What is going on, everybody? It is Saints Fan, and today I have a special video for you guys, and as you see on the screen, it has to do with the top 5 mashup packs that I want to see. So I gathered some stuff. I went on PC, got some stuff from there, went through some resource packs, which is pretty much the same thing as mashup packs, and I also got some screenshots from the actual games themselves as to where maybe the world save that Forge Studio makes might be from. So before I get into the video, I just want to say don't forget to hit the like button because this video took me a while to make, and can we possibly get 750 likes? I haven't asked you guys in a while for likes, so let's see if we can smash that number. And then one other thing I do want to mention before I get into the video is that none of this is confirmed. This is all just what I want to see, and hopefully it comes true. Now, Forge did hint at some of these, but overall nothing is 100% confirmed. These are just what I want to see in Minecraft on the Xbox 360. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. Okay, so starting in at number 5, if you can't tell already, we actually have Portal. And this one's actually really interesting because you'll see once we get in here, the blocks, some of the blocks are like in Portal, they're a bunch of robots and stuff. So some of the blocks, as you see, they're moving. Now, I don't think that they could actually do this on the Xbox 360 because I think that has to do with, you know, hardware and all that stuff. And obviously the Xbox 360, the hardware isn't too good, but it is pretty different. And as you can see, it definitely looks really cool. But like I said, I don't know if they could do the whole moving eyes and stuff in the blocks. Now, this is actually my favorite part because it actually resembles the game a lot. And these paintings, I just like how much detail they have, and especially this one, the cake is a lie. Now, this one is actually similar to the whole Mass Effect mashup pack that we have because it's not really one that you would want to use for actual survival mode because, as you can tell, a lot of the blocks are different. Even the animals that you see right here, they're really different. They sort of resemble robots, and I don't think it would be that, you know, beneficial to actually play in survival with it. Now, it would make for a good texture pack to use while building some things. Obviously, if they had like you know, some texture or some Portal theme adventure maps or Hunger Games, that would be really cool. But like I said, it's similar to the Mass Effect where it's cool to use for maybe like an hour, but then I think you're just gonna get, you know, fed up with it, especially with the moving eyes and stuff. As you see, though, some of the other blocks are normal-ish. But we're actually going to be moving to my second favorite feature of this texture pack or resource pack, and it's the items. The items, they have this, it's sort of, I don't know, it's like a detailed-ish sort of texture to them, and I really like the armors. The armors look really cool, and I really love the swords and all these items right here. These are really cool, and I like the whole texture. Now, obviously, Portal doesn't have these things, but whoever made this actually did a really good job, so Forge could take some notes from that. Now, over here we actually have some of the blocks. We have a diamond block, the iron block, gold block, lapis lazuli block, and emerald block. So as you can see, they sort of resemble the whole companion cube. Now, the mobs, these are actually really cool, and I like the way they sort of they changed all the mobs to sort of like the Portal enemy guys, like with the whole eyes and all that stuff. So they definitely look really interesting, and they definitely fit the Portal theme. Now, obviously, 4J didn't change the mobs on the mashup or the Mass Effect mashup pack, so I don't know if in future mashup packs they're actually going to change the mobs, but I decided to show them for all the ones here today anyway. Now, we're going to be heading over into some of the biomes. As you can see, the spiders look really weird, but here we have some of the biomes, and these biomes, they're pretty normal except for the fact that you'll see a couple of them where they have maybe, I think it should be leaves or mushrooms. They actually have some like Portal turret guys. As you can see, even the squids are robot-y, and they look really cool. But moving on over here, like I said, you have some of the turret things, and what's creepy about them is their eyes actually follow you. Look at that. Their eyes are following me, so that'd be definitely really creepy if you're, you know, adventuring and you have these turret things looking at you. Okay, so moving on to what they could do with the world save. Now, I have this picture right here. This is actually the shed that you get out of once you're done Portal 2. And what they could possibly do is make this little shed with a door, and then it goes underground. Now, underground, you know, they have a ton of different options because I don't think there's like a sort of room or a place that actually stands out. But here I have some pictures on the screen just of some regular rooms. But the reason Portal made it as my number 5 is because it definitely is interesting. And like that Mass Effect, it just gives another feel to the game. And it's going to be really cool to see if they add it, what people can make, what maps they can make, what things they can make. And hopefully they can do the mobs as well, because I definitely like those mobs. Those mobs look really cool. But like I said, I don't think this is going to be a resource pack or mashup pack that you're going to want to use a lot just because it's not very pleasing to actually play survival in. So that's why it comes in at number 5. Now, coming in at number 4, if you can tell on the screen, we have Star Wars. And actually, it's called Mine Wars on here, obviously because of Minecraft. But this one, a lot of people have wanted this one, and it does make for a good pack because it is definitely really cool. And 4J actually responded to a guy who kept spamming him with Star Wars, so, you know, it's possible that they may be working on this. Now, as you can tell from me just looking around, it definitely has a nice, sleek, and it's pretty simple, but then something is a little bit more advanced. As you can see, these pictures actually are really cool. Some of them aren't exactly converted, but obviously that's just because it's PC. But here you go, here's some of them. They're actually, I like them really a lot because they have the whole Star Wars movie theme. Now, one thing that's actually pretty funny about this one, we're going to come over here and look at the chickens. The chickens are these little squares, so I don't know, I can't remember what those are in Star Wars, but those are pretty funny. There you have some zombies or whatever, but I like the blocks in this one. Now, they're not too confusing. The Portal one and even the Mass Effect one, I brought that one up. The blocks in there, a lot of them are really confusing. These are just walls, by the way, but a lot of the blocks in those other two or resource packs, whatever you want to call them, they are a little bit confusing. Now, this one has some, but you know, overall, I think it would be decent for a survival let's play. Obviously you need to take some time to learn some things, but I think it gives the whole future aspect, it definitely does it better than Mass Effect in my opinion. As you can tell, see, not everything, the wood's still there, some of the wooden stairs and stuff like that are a little bit different as you see, but overall, you know, most of the stuff, it keeps the Minecraft feel, which is always good. Now, these guys I love because, look at that, they're freaking stormtroopers. The enemies are stormtroopers. You got some spiders and stuff. Those are really cool. Moving on over to here, you know, these are a little bit disappointing. I thought that they maybe could do some a little bit different. Now, obviously, on Xbox, it's not going to be the exact same, but here we go. We have the lightsabers, and then you have the other tools, not the greatest, and the armor. They could have done something a lot better. Hopefully, 4J, if they do this texture pack or this mashup pack, they do it a lot better because that armor is, I'm not going to lie, it's not the greatest. The food and stuff, none of that's even retextured, which is kind of unfortunate, but as you see, mainly the blocks is what we're here to talk about. Here we have some of the biomes. The cactuses definitely look a little bit weird. They're sort of like the Mass Effect. You don't even know they're cactuses until you run into them. The squid are actually green, which is kind of different. We have the forest. Those look normal. The mushroom biomes actually is probably my favorite part of this one because I don't know why. I mean, like normally mushroom biomes are just brown and stuff. They're not very lively. But I think, you know, the mushroom biomes, if we had that'd be actually pretty cool. I like the whole pink and green and purple thing. It definitely spruces it up a little bit, if that makes any sense. And the last thing I want to talk about is the sky. It actually has the moon and the sun in the sky during the day, and there's nothing during the day or during the night in the sky, so that's pretty cool. Now, moving on into the world save for Star Wars, obviously, I think what they should do is build the Death Star. Now, obviously, it's going to take some time, whatever, but, you know, I actually have a Minecraft picture of the Death Star, but if they could recreate the Death Star, because I think the Death Star is probably the most prominent thing from Star Wars. You know, there's obviously some other little areas and stuff, but I think the Death Star, like, when you say Star Wars, like, most of the people that, you know, will say something about it is going to be something about the Death Star. So, as you can see, here's a broken down one, which actually looks pretty cool, and this next one actually is it built in Minecraft. So, you know, obviously it's a little bit smaller than it would normally be, but, you know, just to get an example, there you go. But I think if 4J Studios can actually make the Death Star and make it, you know, where you can go inside of it and stuff, that'd be really cool. And then also they have this one. Now, I think they could maybe have the Death Star in the sky, and then they have, like, these guys on the ground somewhere. I don't know. That's just another idea I had. But overall, this comes in at number 4 because I think it would be a really cool future-ish mashup pack that we could actually use in survival. And a lot of people actually want it. Now, number 3. This one I absolutely love. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Fallout, and having a resource pack in Minecraft or a mashup pack in Minecraft, basically all around Fallout, that is awesome. And the one problem, and it's even the same problem in Fallout, is that the whole, as you can tell, it has like this green sort of filter over everything, so that's the only problem. But once you get used to that, you know, it definitely has that post-apocalyptic feel. And I mean, as you can tell, look at the freaking characters, the animals and stuff. Here we got some pictures. All the pictures are really awesome. I honestly, I love this one. I'm actually going to be quiet throughout most of it because this one actually got the music and stuff to working. So I'm going to be quiet and let you guys listen to the stuff while I go around the block. So enjoy. Okay, so as you can tell, that music is awesome. I think it's actually from Fallout, and it definitely has, it just gets you more immersed into the game. And another reason why I actually love this texture pack is because you can actually use it in survival and actually know what blocks are which. So that's another reason why I love this texture pack. And dude, like, I am a huge fan. I know I already said this, but I'm a huge fan of Fallout. They're the squids. The squids are sort of, brownish, I guess. But I love Fallout, and having this imitated, it honestly is awesome. Especially, like I said, to give that whole post-apocalyptic feel of it. And then here you have the mushroom biome. That's actually really cool. Definitely looks really neat. And then moving into the mobs have that whole sort of like they've been in the nuke, sort of like the Fallout mobs. They definitely look really cool, really weird. But one thing I didn't mention, because it was when the music came on, my favorite part about this texture pack is the weapons and the tools and the armor. Those look absolutely amazing. I love what they did with them, and that's probably my favorite part. Now, one thing that you're actually going to notice is that lava actually is green. It's sort of like a slime, like an acid, maybe? I don't know. And as you can tell, the sound is amazing as well. Now, the last thing I want to mention is the sound in this one for leveling up, and it sounds amazing. It's actually directly from the game, so I wish the mashup packs that 4J Studios makes will do this as well. Now, moving into what the world save could be, I have this is actually from Fallout 3. This is where the sort of a couple of the museums are. There's actually the Capitol building, as you see from this picture, and I think this would be a cool little area. Now, obviously, it'd be bigger than probably most areas they would build, but if they could do it, because they have the whole museums, they have the Washington, the Capitol building, and there's just another shot of it. I think that'd be pretty cool. Or they could go with Fallout New Vegas, and then I threw this one in here. They could probably do Novak, maybe with the giant dinosaur, but there's nothing really in Novak. So what the most probable thing they're going to do is New Vegas, the Strip, and there's obviously a lot of casinos here and a lot of different stuff. This is probably the most prominent or notable place to go in New Vegas. So if they sort of made a world save, I think they probably would make it around this. Now, it'd be really difficult because there's a lot of different stuff, but I think it'd be worth it because having, the Strip as a world save, that'd be pretty awesome, not gonna lie. But overall, I think this would be really good, obviously as a survival texture pack, like I said, but also as a texture pack they could make, people can make maps for and stuff like that. I think it'd be really awesome. And, I hope to see it in Minecraft Xbox 360. Okay, guys, we are almost done. This is number 2. This one is Borderlands. Now, I just want to say that I had some issues with this one. The red lines and the blurriness of the image, something was wrong when I actually put this into Minecraft. So, as you can tell, it's a little bit weird, but you can get the gist of the things. Now, the reason I absolutely love this one as well is because of the whole cartoony theme. Like, sometimes, yeah, it's nice to have those 100 whatever by 100 whatever texture packs where the resolution is really good, really high, everything sort of looks realistic. But then it's also fun to have these kind of texture packs where it's cartoony and it's not taken as serious, and that's why I love Borderlands as well, because it doesn't take stuff serious. And this is really awesome. This one, like I said, it can also be used as a survival texture pack. You can actually, as you can tell, nothing's really changed too much. You can sort of get and use things. I love the texture, or the pigs and animals. They sort of look beat up like they do in Borderlands, and that is really awesome. The grass looks awesome as well. I like how everything just has that black outline to sort of give it that cartoony feel. And these guys, the villagers, I love them. They have the mask on, really cool. And then moving into some of the items, we have some cool stuff right here, some leaves and stuff like that. Definitely cool. The nether portal looks really cool. Lava, definitely. But here we have some of the items. Most of it is basically the same with just the whole cartoony feel, which is definitely really cool. And then we have the armor, which, like I said, I like it because it has that whole like worn down feel, like like Borderlands does. And then here are just some other items, which have that whole worn down feel. There's the food and everything, but that's pretty much it with that. And then here we have some of the biomes. I like the biomes, and it definitely, like I said, the main reason why I love this one is because it doesn't take everything serious, and it just makes it cartoony, and it gives it a whole new feel to the game. Now, for the world save, I think probably the best choice would be Sanctuary from Borderlands 2. Now, I did play Borderlands 1, but I can't remember any like prominent landmarks or anything. Sanctuary probably stands out to me the most because it is the city you go to all the time. And as you can see, it is floating in this picture, and I think that'd be really neat if they made it floating, you know, in Minecraft if they built it like that. And, you know, obviously it would take some work. There's a lot of stuff going on in the inside of the city, as you can see by this picture, but, you know, I think it would definitely look really cool if they actually did it. But overall, even though, like I said, I do like the fact that it's cartoony and that it sort of changes and makes Minecraft feel like another game, there comes a point when I think I would probably get tired of this texture pack and I'd want to move back to something that's a little bit more realistic. So that's why this comes in at number 2. And then finally, number 1, if you haven't guessed it already, well, I feel bad for you, son, because I got 99 problems, but Skyrim ain't one. Look at that. Skyrim is number 1. This one is clearly the top one that, like, everybody in the community wants, and it fits so perfectly with Minecraft. That's why it makes it the best as well. As you see right here, these are the pictures, and I love the pictures. The pictures are really awesome. They're definitely really detailed. Now, that's another thing about this texture pack. This texture pack is 128 by 128 resolution, so I don't know if Xbox 360 can actually handle that. I know the guys at Sphax who make Pure BD Craft, they said if their texture pack ever comes to Xbox, it's going to be 64 by 64. So we know that the Xbox can do 64 by 64, but I don't think it can do this high res. If it can, that'd be amazing. But as you see right here, we have some blocks, and this, it resembles Skyrim so much, and it's so awesome because Skyrim is such an amazing game. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. That's why, you know, I'm such a big fan of it as well. But as you can see, all the blocks down there, the water looks amazing, the lava looks amazing, the lights, there we have ladders, the cobwebs even look cool. The villagers, they look pretty normal. You know, they just have some weird looking faces as you see, but the cows have a little bit of different texture. The mushrooms at least do. The chickens have that little red thing above their head. Most of the other animals actually don't, which kind of suck. Some of the other blocks as well don't have some textures to them, but you know, overall I love these. The ores definitely really awesome looking. The trees are amazing looking. I mean, obviously that has to do with the high res texture, but still they're awesome. Then we have these blocks over there. But this is probably my favorite part, and you'll see why the armor in a second, but look at these swords and the pickaxes and stuff. They look exactly like they do in Skyrim, and that's just amazing. But right here, well, the books, there we go. The books actually look really awesome. Those imitate Skyrim really good, but right here, guys, the armor, oh my god, look at that. They have dwarven armor. The freaking diamond armor is ebony armor. Dude, that looks amazing. And then we have some items over here, you know, some food. That, you know, all of it's pretty much resembles like it would in Skyrim, except for the carrots and stuff. But like I said, that armor, guys, I think that's probably the best read. Because, I mean, like, when you're playing Skyrim and you wear some ebony or some Daedric armor, I think I said ebony, it's Daedric, my bad. I know somebody's going to correct me, but when you wear Daedric armor, you feel like a complete badass, and if you can do that in Minecraft, dude, that'd be amazing. Then one thing I actually like is that the mushroom biome actually doesn't look that bland. It's sort of appeasing to, you know, live in and stuff. Also, the sand biomes, you see some squid down there, pretty cool, but the sand biomes, that looks really cool. The cactuses look awesome. You know, overall, I mean, like I said, guys, like, this is probably my favorite texture pack, and if they could do this as a mashup pack, dude, oh my god, I would love 4J so much. And right here we just have some mobs. Now most of these mobs actually are just a high resolution texture of the actual skin that they normally have. But as you can see, the skeletons, they look really creepy. Yeah, I don't know if you can really see the dude's face, but they're pretty creepy there. We have some zombie pigmen right here. I don't think they actually textured those. Yeah, they look pretty normal. But here we actually have the skeleton again and some zombies. Zombies aren't textured as well, but and then you can see the spider right here. This is going to be textured. Those look pretty freaky. But one thing that's really awesome, look how big that sun is. That sun is crazy. And if you play Skyrim, you'll know if you look into the sky, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the sky, and the sky is just really cool. And I love what they did with the sun and the moon and stuff like that. And then moving on into what they could make the world save as. Now, I think that I'm going to use Skyrim. Now, obviously, there's like Oblivion and Morrowind and stuff like that, but I think if they're going to make a world save, they're going to make it from Skyrim just because it's the more recent game. But what they could do, and I figured they'd probably going to do Whiterun just because that's like the prominent city in Skyrim. Like, you usually go to that most of the time. That's in the middle of the map and everything. So I think that's going to do it. Now, the one thing, it is a pretty big city, and there's obviously a lot of stuff, which you'll see in this next picture. You know, there's a bunch of trees, a bunch of houses and stuff. Now, they probably can't make it 100% exact, but if they made it, similar, I think it'd be really cool. Plus, they have Dragon's Reach in Whiterun, which they could also just do Dragon's Reach by itself, which is a huge, castle-ish type of place. And then another place that they could maybe do is College of Winterheld. I mean, that's sort of a prominent location. The college itself is what I mean. As you see right here, it'd be pretty basic to build, just a little bridge with a little thing over a cliff of some water or something like that. I don't know. That's just another idea, but that is pretty much it. Like I said, this comes in at number 1 because it goes with Minecraft so much. And one thing I forgot to mention, like, imagine if they retextured the dragon, the Ender Dragon, to look like Alduin from Skyrim, which is like the main boss. That would be amazing. But that's why I just love it, because they're both sort of set, like Minecraft's sort of like a medieval type of game with the tools and everything. Skyrim's obviously like a medieval type of game, so that's why it just works so perfectly. And I mean, if they could do this, which hopefully they do because a lot of people want it, that would be absolutely amazing. And they also hinted at it because they actually do have experience working with Bethesda, so that'd be amazing if they could get the rights to do this. But that is pretty much it with this video, guys. I know it's been really long, and I love you guys for sticking around to the end, whoever did. Let me know in the comments, what are your top 5? Now, I've asked this before, but sort of think about it a little bit more, because don't just say a game, because a lot of people were saying like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, and stuff like that. I don't really know how they could really do a mashup pack on that, and think about what they could do the world save on, because obviously they're going to make world saves to come with the mashup pack, so every game that you think of, try to think of something that they could do with the world save. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up because it took me forever to make, and I hope you guys really did appreciate it. Also subscribe if you haven't already, because when 4J actually does tweet out some information regarding texture packs or mashup packs or anything, and we get some stuff that's 100% confirmed, then I'll make sure to do a video and let you guys know as soon as possible, so you don't want to miss that. Subscribe. But yeah, guys, it's been a long one. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, it's your boy Saint Cinema. Peace!